How does the kid everyone called dumb end up becoming the person who holds his entire family together? And here's the crazy part. While everyone was busy watching Sheldon become a genius, Georgie was quietly building a completely different kind of success. Georgie Cooper grew up as the forgotten brother. Sheldon had the brains, Missy had the attitude. And Georgie, he was basically the guy everyone expected to mess things up. But here's what his family never really understood. Georgie wasn't stupid. He just wasn't good at the things they cared about. School wasn't his thing, math definitely wasn't his thing, and being compared to Sheldon every single day didn't exactly help. But Georgie had something Sheldon couldn't learn from a textbook: street smarts, confidence, and a serious hustle. Even as a teenager, Georgie figured out how to buy cheap Texas souvenirs, sell them door to door, and turn rejection into cash. Nobody called him a genius when he did it, but that little side hustle was actually a preview of the businessman he would eventually become. And honestly, that's where Georgie's story gets interesting. The kid everyone underestimated was already figuring out how the real world worked. Eventually, Georgie dropped out of high school and started working. To his family, it looked like another bad decision. But Georgie didn't want to spend his life sitting in a classroom being reminded that his little brother was smarter than him. He wanted to make money, build something, and prove that he could actually stand on his own. Then came Mandy, and everything went completely off the rails. Georgie lied about his age because he wanted to impress her, but that lie eventually exploded in his face when Mandy discovered the truth and then found out she was pregnant. Suddenly, the guy everyone treated like a kid had to become a father. No warning, no perfect plan, just pure chaos. Georgie had to deal with Mandy, both families, money problems, and the terrifying reality of becoming a dad while he was still trying to figure out his own life. And despite all his mistakes, Georgie kept showing up. That's something people forget about him. He messed up, sure, but when things got serious, he didn't run away. Then came the moment that completely changed his life. George Sr., Georgie's father, suddenly died. And this wasn't just another sad moment in the Cooper family. This was the moment Georgie was forced to grow up for real. His mother was devastated. Missy was struggling. Sheldon was away chasing his academic dreams, and Georgie was the one who stayed behind. Think about that for a second. The kid everyone called dumb suddenly had a wife, a baby, a grieving family, and responsibilities that nobody else could simply take away. And somehow he stepped up. He didn't have Sheldon's genius. He didn't have a perfect plan. He didn't even have his father around to show him how to be the man of the house. He just kept moving forward. And then Georgie's biggest strength finally started paying off: business. The same kid who once sold things door to door eventually found his place in the tire business. He worked, took risks, learned from people around him, and slowly turned his hustle into something real. The guy who couldn't even get respect at home was now building a career that could actually change his family's future. And this is where Georgie's story becomes almost ironic. Everyone expected Sheldon to be the Cooper family's huge success story because he was the genius. And yeah, Sheldon went on to achieve incredible things, but Georgie became successful in a completely different way. Sheldon mastered academics, Georgie mastered survival. Sheldon had theories, Georgie had hustle. Sheldon chased his dream from one university to another. Georgie stayed behind and dealt with the problems nobody wanted to deal with. Years later, when Sheldon is preparing for his wedding, Georgie finally says something he's been holding inside for years. He makes Sheldon understand that while Sheldon was away chasing his future, Georgie was back home dealing with the aftermath of their father's death. Their mother needed help. Missy needed someone. The family was falling apart, and Georgie was there. And that's the part that hurts the most. Georgie wasn't jealous because Sheldon was smarter. He was hurt because everyone treated Sheldon like the golden child while barely noticing what Georgie sacrificed. He protected Sheldon when they were kids. He dealt with problems. He stayed close to home. He became a father, he built a business, and through all of it, he rarely got the one thing he wanted most: recognition from his own family. That's why Georgie's character hits differently when you look at his entire story. At first, he's just the dumb older brother who makes bad decisions. Then he's the teenager trying to make money. Then he's a young father trying to keep his family together.
In this entire universe, and also somehow
family together. Then he loses his dad and has to grow up overnight. And eventually,
Don't need to worry. I've got everything under control. Won't let you down.